What's up, everybody? Man, why is this so blurry? It should not be blurry. You know what, though? I'm using Katie's camera. Please let me know if you can hear me because there's a good chance that you can't. Um, I don't know if Katie's camera has a mic, but yeah, it looks super blurry. Why the heck? Guys, today we're going to be talking about the top 10 foods that will help you lose weight fast without going hungry. And I realize how much of, I don't know, scammy title that is, but that's not the case. I'm going to give it to you straight. And I'm going to give you actual 10 items that will help you with that. Like, how awesome is that? So not just you get the clickbaity thing, you also actually get the information. Good morning, yay, thank you. So check this out. If you haven't given this in this post, you'll see a little something that says grant access. If you want to comment or something, or if you want your name to show. Otherwise, I can't see who you are. I can just see Facebook user, which is totally okay. But yeah, so it sounds like you can hear me, so which is great, guys. I hope that you had a fantastic New Year's. I certainly did. It was actually one of our favorites, not just New Year's, but like Christmas and that period in between. Um, uh, what I miss the most about Mexico is being with my family, right? Of course, the food is second, but it's far after being with my family. And Christmas and New Year's were always big, big, big family events. So that's something that we got to do here. We finally got together with the family here. Obviously, not my family from Mexico, but Katie's family, and it was great. It was the closest that it could possibly get, and it was fun. Don't worry, we didn't break any rules. We did no dancing, so don't worry about that. Let me just do this. I don't know if that'll be any better. I don't think so. Anyways, so yeah, it was great. We ordered a whole bunch of pizzas, and my that was and but on Christmas we did have delicious turkey, and I normally don't like turkey, but it was so good. Anyways, guys, now, we step on the scale, Katie and I, the next day, like just for fun, and I'm like, I'll be surprised. So I was at 186 before Christmas and all that, before that week of Christmas and New Year's, and I'm like, I'll be surprised if I am at 190. I'll be surprised because 4 pounds, that's a decent expectable gain, right? Anyways, I step on the scale, guys, 192.5 pounds. So I gained 6.5 pounds. And I regret nothing. It was delicious. It was amazing. And the reason why I regret nothing is because this is normal, right? It's like, think of everything that we've been through in these last several months, right? Coming together with family like that, it's something that doesn't happen often. So I'm a fan of enjoying those times. And so for yourself, one of our clients messaged me on Friday, and she said, "Hey, it's my daughter's birthday tomorrow. We're going out for to a restaurant to celebrate. What do you suggest?" And I said, "I suggest you enjoy it. That's it." Right? Because again, those are special occasions, and you will never think back and think, man, I wish I hadn't eaten that many calories on those special occasions, right? So, anyways, now how was it for you? Did you gain a little bit? Did you not? Um, eh, there has been years where I am like, screw it. I know that everybody is going left, so I'm going to go right. And that is usually like being even more on point, on track during the holidays. This was not one of those years. And again, I enjoyed it a lot. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to share with you 10 foods that will help you lose weight faster. But the key is without going hungry, right? So you got to remember this there, and don't worry, I categorized vegetables under just one category. All right, so I'm not going to sit here and be like lettuce, kale, tomatoes, like mushrooms. I won't do that. Okay. There's actually a couple in there, the last two, that I guarantee you never expected. So, um, so yeah, it's very important when you're trying to get back on track. Well, there's going to be this momentum where your brain, your your eyes are going to you're going to think you're hungrier than you really are, and you're going to want to keep that momentum of eating a lot as we do around the holidays. So it's important that the foods that you're eating are they're at least checking that box as well, so that you don't then feel like you're so hungry, so deprived, and you just throw the towel, right? Because it's in the moments when you go, screw it. Those are the moments when you cause the most damage, when you eat in a way that is completely misaligned with your goals, right? So that's what we want to avoid. So, all right, number one, food number one. This is the most. Can anybody guess? Can anybody get, like, actually do this? Drop in a comment the foods that you think I'll say, and let's see how many you get right. I'm giving you 10. Okay. So, number one, here goes. The faster you type, the better, because if I already told you, then it doesn't count and you lose and I win. So, number one, it's vegetables. Let's just get the boring ones out of the way, right? Yes, of course, vegetables are they're going to be very, very low calorie. They're going to be they're going to fill up your tummy, right? Volume, like big volume. If you think of a vegetable salad, and you can throw in your whatever your favorite veggies, right? And a dressing that is not too crazy. Um, Imagine this: a bowl full of broccoli is about 100 calories, right? But a tablespoon of butter is 100 calories as well. So think of the difference in your stomach, right? Think of how filling the vegetables would be compared to a tablespoon of butter, right? The key is in finding the proper combination of these foods, so that not only they're helping you lose weight, also they're filling, and also they're tasty, right? And you can get definitely creative with the dressings that you use, or the spices. Spices are great. Anyways, so what I've done in the past, I'll give you an example of number one, which is just vegetables, right? One example is when I'm trying to break that momentum of my eyes wanting to eat like an a-hole, everything that's in front of me. Sometimes this is a little hack that I do is I will defrost some frozen broccoli, and and I'll put a tablespoon of butter on it, and then I'll put it in the microwave for like an extra 30 seconds, just so that the butter melts, and it's delicious, and it is really filling. And now, if you think about it, that whole thing right there is about 180 calories, and it'll make you feel full. It's tasty, it's healthy, and it'll make you feel full. And then I have my meal. That's an example of number one, which is vegetables. The second example of those is, or our second option that could work if you like veggies, but you get kind of bored, is veggie salad rolls. Katie makes these, and they are super low calorie. You can put in whatever veggies you like. I think she puts cucumber, tomato. Anyways, I don't even know what else she puts in it. It's delicious. And then she makes a little dressing just with balsamic, and I can't remember what else she puts in it. But if you like veggie salad rolls, that can be an easy way to keep it interesting, right? To make it less boring. Frick, if you like hot sauce, you could just dip them in hot sauce, and I bet you that would work. All right, number two, and I told you we're getting the boring ones out of the way. All right, next one is water. I know you're probably like rolling your eyes so hard right now. Water. If you like, water is good for you, period, right? Most people are dehydrated, right? Because we drink too much coffee, we drink whatever, we drink pop or whatever, and we don't drink enough water, and that will manifest not just in your levels of hunger, but also it'll affect the flexibility of your muscles, which can lead you to something minor, like pulling a muscle, to something more serious, like snapping a ligament. Like the more dehydrated you are, the more chances of something like that happening. You don't even have to be doing crazy things for you to snap a ligament. Like that can happen just because our bodies start getting old. So, water, drink your water. The blanket statement is half your body weight in ounces. Too much math. I just go, what's the most you can drink? Drink a little more, right? I can hear Katie in my head being like, well, you got to be careful because if you drink too much water, yeah, guess how many people do you know of that drink so much water all in one sitting to the point where they end up going to the hospital? Zero, because nobody does that. Nobody does that. So I notice, guys, that on the days when I force myself to drink 2+ liters of water, I rock my food. Like I get away with eating so few calories while feeling full and satisfied that I just make crazy fast progress. Crazy fast. And that's what I promised you, right? So what I like to do is I like to make sure that whatever water I'm going to drink for the day, I decide ahead of time. So whether it's 2 liters or 4 liters, I do like those 4 liter jugs because it's just like, well, there it is. If there's any water left in there, you haven't finished your water, right? So what I'll do is I will make it a point to not eat any food until I'm done with that gallon of water. And guess what happens? It takes so freaking long to drink that water that by the time you get there, you're like, okay, I guess I should eat now, but you're not that hungry. So that's why that one's number two. So number one is veggies, number two is water. Did you guess that one? Number three. This is the last one of the boring ones, I think. The rest are a little more fun. So chicken. Chicken is high in protein. It's going to be filling. Protein has that satiating aspect to it, right? And there's so many ways you can make chicken that I when I was single, I used to make my I would literally defrost the chicken breasts and cut them up while they were still half frozen. Put them in the pan just like that, straight. Put some spices like Mrs. Dash or whatever, and because that's all I knew, and that's it. I'd cook it. There was like very little flavor to it, maybe, and I would just put it in containers and be ready for the week. And then Katie was like, "You dumb dumb, let me show you how this is done." And she would defrost them properly, and then she would bake them, and it was so much better. She just put a tiny bit of olive oil on them. Olive oil? Yeah, I think so. And put spices and put them in the oven. So much better. But with chicken, you can do stir fries. You can do so much, right? So chicken, for that reason, is number three. All right, now here we go. Number four is eggs. Eggs or egg whites, man, they're so tasty for me, and so they're low calorie, they're high protein. It's going to be good. There's also really good fats in eggs, which will keep you satisfied. Eggs and sorry, fats and protein have that element to them, right? They're very satisfying. Whereas carbs sometimes just leave you wanting more. Nothing wrong with carbs, um, but eggs can be a great source of food while keeping you full for low calories. Here's what I like to do. I like whole eggs better than egg whites, of course, right? I think be hard pressed. Tell me if you prefer drop a one if you prefer egg whites, drop a two if you prefer whole eggs. Because maybe I'm the only weirdo that prefers whole eggs over egg whites. Maybe I don't know. So if I am really trying to absolutely crush it and lose as much weight as possible, as much fat as possible, what I'll do is I will 1 or 2 cups of egg whites. That's my first meal. Now, it's not just that. There is butter in the pan so that it tastes a little better. And then normally I will complete it with a little bit of hot sauce on top or like salsa or something. And maybe sprinkle a little bit of cheese on top of that. But anyways, egg whites, right? 2 cups of egg whites is only 240 calories. I challenge you to cook 2 cups of egg whites and finish it. It's a lot. It's a lot. And if you put butter in the pan and you put a salsa on top, man, it's freaking delicious. Okay, sprinkle a little bit of cheese just so that you don't feel too sad, and honestly, you're gonna love it. Okay, so for that reason, eggs slash egg whites is the fourth one. Now, if you go, yeah, I prefer for everybody that said that you prefer whole eggs. Here's a little trick: you can also do like a whole egg and a cup of egg whites. And then whether you leave it or you scramble it, it'll still give you that little bit of a kick from the egg yolk, and but it'll still be a lot of protein, very low calories, very satisfying. Okay, so all right, next, I kind of hinted at it already. Cheese, believe it or not, cheese can be great. Now, obviously, if you're dairy intolerant, then don't do it. But if you are okay, then cheese can be great. Not only the obvious ones like cottage cheese particularly is very high protein, um, and it's really filling, right? And if you like it, if you're okay with the consistency, great. Now, forget about cottage cheese. There's just regular matzo cheese that will have. I think there's one brand. It's called Saputo, and Katie and I buy. I am not kidding you guys. Like a ginormous bag, and it lasts us less than a week. Like we eat cheese every single day, almost every single meal. So for all of you guys that if anybody out there loves cheese, yep, Mexican and Italian here, right? So everything has cheese in it or on it. So yeah, it's just a matter of finding the cheese that you like the flavor and finding a version of it that is a little bit less, a little bit lower fat, and it'll be really satisfying. You'll feel like you'll literally be like, how is this so in line with my goals right now? Like, how is it possible? That's how I feel when I make my egg whites with salsa. I melt a little bit of cheese on top, and then I'll just like throw a couple tortillas in the pan and eat it like that. So good. Okay, so that was cheese, and that was number five. So here goes one from Katie. This is not me. This is her suggestion. Okay, Katie's not all there, right? Like who would marry me? Pickles. I don't know if you love pickles, drop a one. If you're like, what the hell, drop a two, and then I'll tell Katie how that voting went. Um, Pickles. Now, please get rid of your jars. Don't leave them in the fridge with like half a freaking pickle and like this much juice. If you're listening, uh, but I get you. If you want a little bit of that crunchiness, if you want something that has a little bit of, well, not a little bit, a lot of flavor, then pickles can be great because they're very low calorie. They do give you that crunch that you don't really get with any of the other foods that we've talked about. And so that for that reason, that's one of our favorite ones. Okay, so let's see how the voting went. Because you guys love pickles. Dang it. All right, fine. Fine. I'll tell her that you guys win. All right, the next one. It is, I wrote myself a list, guys. I hope you appreciate this. Popcorn. Do you like popcorn? Yes or no? Please comment popcorn and then say yes, or popcorn, no, thank you. Um, Man, I love me some popcorn. When I was a kid, and one of my favorite things to do was to go with my family, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, and we'd go to the theater, and we would get like a giant bag of popcorn. I can't believe I was only 80 pounds overweight, guys. I got this from my dad too. My dad is well known in the family for like freaking King Kong hand and like funneling them into his mouth. And that's exactly what I learned. Right. And guess what? That's what Max, my little 6-year old, that's what she does now. It's hilarious. But popcorn is delicious. Now, yes, if you're eating the popcorn from the movie theater, probably not. But if you're just got those little packages that you throw in the microwave, that's not bad. You want to go a step above that? Get that Boom Chica Pop. Man, so good. So tasty. 7.5 cups. 7.5 cups. It's like 200 calories. Now, pro tip, get the resealable bag, or as soon as you open it, put it, in one of those big Ziploc bags or something so that it doesn't go bad. But yeah, so good, so tasty. And it, for me, what it does is it satisfies that like feeling to sit to watch a show or a movie and feel like it's going to take a while, right? It's not just a bite of something. I need volume. Some people may just prefer a tiny little bite of something that is really tasty. Mm-mm. I need quantities. So for that reason, popcorn is my number 7. All right, number 8, tuna. Do you guys like fish? Um, I do, but I'm lazy to cook it. Let's be honest. I don't cook at all, other than eggs and quesadillas. But tuna is fairly well. It's low calorie, it's high protein, super low fat. Um, like try this. Try to eat try to open a can of tuna and put it in with a little bit of low fat mayo or whatever. Mix it up. Put some. I think Katie put chops tomato and puts it in there. And one more thing. I can't remember what it is. Cucumbers? I think so. And then just like a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And at first I was like, no, thank you. And then I tried it. Holy crap. It was incredible. It was delicious. Delicious and super, super filling. So if you like tuna, that'll do. Now, obviously, if you can have like actually fresh fish, that's better. But whatever. I'm telling you, quick, easy to make, things that are going to taste good, that are going to fill your tummy, and that are going to keep the calories low so that you can have your cake and eat it too. All right. So that was 8. Next is milk. But I'm not talking about regular milk. I'm talking about, which I actually like regular milk, and I don't care if like my kids drink milk all the time, right? So I'm not one of those people that's like, you shouldn't touch milk. We were not meant to, whatever, to each their own. Almond milk or cashew milk, those in particular, I'll tell you why. Because cashew milk is 25 calories per cup. Regular 1% milk is 125 calories per cup. So it's like a game changer, right? So a glass will probably end up being, I don't know, let's say it's 2 cups, because it's the measuring cups, not actual cups, right? 2 cups, you've just saved yourself 200 calories. And what I found is that cashew milk tastes better. It tastes better than milk. Almond milk, at least for myself. Have you tried almond milk or cashew milk? Any preference there? Because for the longest time, I tried almond milk once or twice, and I was like, yeah, no thanks. I still prefer the taste of regular milk. But then when I tried cashew milk, I was like, bruh, it's great. All right. So let's see some comments. What do you think about tortillas? Oh my God. Okay, I can't see who you are, but you are the hero of this conversation, because debated, I debated whether to talk to you guys about tortillas or not. So yes, let's talk about tortillas. Tortillas are freaking amazing. They're delicious. They just make everything into a fiesta, right? And get this, I don't know, depending on where you live, right? But if you can get corn tortillas, corn. I like flour tortillas just fine. Actually, I really do like them, but they're about 100 calories per tortilla. And because it's just flour, it has no fiber, which means they're not nearly as filling. Okay. But if you get corn tortillas are, well, the ones that I get, I buy them at Fairway. Again, if you don't have a Fairway nearby, I'm sure you can find them wherever. Anyways, look for corn tortillas, because I get a package. I'm not kidding you. 90 tortillas. It's like $5.99. So it's like super cheap. And each tortilla is 40 calories. So I normally eat between 3 and 4 tortillas, between 3 and 6 tortillas, right? But that is great. Think about it. If you have 4 tortillas, four. Now imagine that's why you probably like if you follow me on Mexican Power, if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, you'll see it in my stories. You'll see egg whites with salsa, with cheese and tortillas because it's such a bomb. Like for I'm not kidding you, 500 calories, less than that. You've got a mountain of fiesta in your mouth. It's amazing. So, yes, thank you for asking about tortillas. I don't know who I don't know who said that. I can't see your name, but we love tortillas around here. Highly endorsed. Okay, awesome guys. Last one. Can you guess what my last recommendation is going to be? I know technically tortillas would have been number 10, but that's just a bonus one because, you know, everything is better with tortillas. Okay, last one, guys. Believe it or not, wine and chocolate. You're going to be like, brah, what the hell? Let me tell you this. The reason why most people set resolutions and fail is because they go, starting today, I am not having any more blank. Put in there whatever food, whatever treat, whatever, especially the more unhealthy, the more sugary, the more you think it's not good, the better it fits in that statement. New Year's, new me, I'm not having any more blank. Whatever would go in that blank, that's exactly what is important that you keep in your in the food that you eat. The reason is because the reason why most people don't carry out their New Year's resolution when it comes to losing weight is because they cut out everything that is enjoyable. They cut it out and they try to just never touch it again, right? If for you it's donuts, if for you it's wine, if for you it's chocolate, whatever it is. I'll give you 3 examples. One of our clients, Cherie, she literally straight up coming in said, I was like, what are your food non-negotiables? Like the foods or drinks that you love, that you would be very happy if you kept if you could have them every night. Or dark chocolate with almonds. Yes. Dark chocolate with sea salt. Yes. Perfect. So yeah, so she was like wine and popcorn probably. I could do either or, but I for sure would love to be able to have either wine or popcorn every single night. And I was like, great. And we built that into her food plan. And that's why she did incredibly well, right? She lost a bunch of weight. Nicole, too, she came in, she was used to very, very low carbs. Like she told me that in her mind, being good meant staying below 50 grams of carbs, I believe. And I was like, well, we don't need to worry about counting carbs at this point, but you'll see by the time we're done. And sure enough, she finished not only almost 50 pounds lighter, 50 pounds lighter, also being able to eat 3 to 4 times as many carbs and maintain her weight, right? Again, it's important that the foods that you, whether it's ice cream, whether it is a beer, pizza, whatever, obviously the proportion, the portion sizes is going to be important, obviously, but please, if you get anything from this, is McFlurries. McFlurries are delicious, but that's like there's a lot of calories in that, right? But let's talk about them. So if you have a snack size McFlurry, or I don't know if that's what it's called, the smallest one, it'll be like 240 calories. Like it's not bad at all, right? If you have one every single day on top of, you know, eating like an a-hole all day long, well, yeah, of course, it's probably not helping you, right? But it's important that you find a way to fit in those foods, those treats that you really, really enjoy, those fun foods, right? That's extremely important, guys. You know, in we've been doing this for almost 10 years now, and the sustainability of your approach, it I can literally tell you on day 5, on day 2 to 5, I can tell you who will do incredibly well based on how much they are allowing themselves to enjoy those little things here and there without feeling guilty, without feeling that, well, fuck it, there goes the whole thing, the whole day. I already messed up. That all or nothing attitude is one of the biggest predictors of struggle, right? That's why, so this, everything that we talked about today is about nutrition, right? But nutrition is only one of 4 pillars that are incredibly important for you. If you say, I've done everything out there, you probably have not done these 4. And you have certainly not done these 4 at the same time. That's why it hasn't worked for you. Nutrition, fitness, mindset, and accountability. You need to have those 4 pillars in your plans, your food plan, your nutrition plan, the routine that you create, the plan for you to tackle your goals in the new year has to include those 4 pillars. Otherwise, it won't be stable. It'll be on shaky ground and it'll collapse sooner or later, especially when stress goes up, right? So, anyways, guys, I do have a meal plan, including recipes and grocery shopping lists that you're welcome to have. If you'd like a copy, just write meal plan in a comment and we'll send it to you, myself or the team. But yeah, the nutrition plan is so that you can eat healthy and lose weight without spending more than $10 a day on food. So that's the key. If you're a member, if you're a driven client, this already exists in our private Facebook group. So just go in there, search for it, and it's already there for you. If you're not a member, if you're just listening to this and you're like, what the heck, I need some help, maybe just comment below with the word help, and the team will reach out to you and see if we're a good fit for you. If you're a good fit for us, then we can go from there. Guys, I wish you a fantastic 2022. Remember, it's not about wishing, it's about doing, right? And it's about applying the lessons from previous years to this year. Because if nothing changes, nothing changes, right? It's all in our hands. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Have a fantastic Sunday. I love your faces, and I'll see you soon.